check us out. I caused a meltdown on Twitter X yesterday. Am I right or am I wrong? Tell me below. And so all I did was I put a quote of CM Punk isn't returning to WWE, unquote. And then underneath it I wrote, quote, expect Mercedes Monae to walk into AEW like any moment, unquote. And then I put a picture of fucking Sapp and Dave with his backwards hat on, and Sapp just looking silly in this fucking picture. I don't know if it's photoshopped or not. It's just a fun. Here's the problem: if you Google Sean Ross Sapp, there's no funny goddamn pictures. I know because I make thumbnails, and he's got like a couple where he's smiling. This is the goofiest one. Now, this is one where I don't know. Does he have a? It just looks like he took like a bad selfie, or he looks really drunk or something. Right, he looks all I'm not sure if this is Photoshop. You guys know, I made a thumbnail with Dave looking like he had like a gargoyle nose. I just found that shit on Google. I just use what's on Google, right? So this isn't like some thing I'm like weaponizing against these guys. It's just the two geekiest pictures of them, and that's all I did. And I posted their pictures. I didn't even fucking tag them or anything, and this shit got 270. This is when I screen grabbed it. Now it's far beyond this. If we look it up live on X here, I'm sure I can. I probably just bookmarked my own shit. Actually, go. You plug the YouTube anyways. Make sure. Yeah, see. So this shit got 381,000 impressions. It got 2.7K likes, 182 retweets, countless bookmarks, and then I can't even see, but it was so many. And then 123 like replies of people just arguing like a motherfucker in there. So this shit like blew up, right? And people were arguing. Most people agreed with me, for the majority, especially on the quote tweets. It was a vast majority of people like agreeing with me. And then you have like a lot of people freaking out and coming at me, and I had to mute that shit because people were just arguing, and I guess Sapp saw it. He's probably talking shit on me. Whatever. I've said no beat, but it is silly how these motherfuckers say this shit. And I wrote this because I finished watching Dynamite. So I tweeted this out on January 4th. So do the math on that. I think Dynamite was the day before. And basically, like, the reason, now I should pull this fucking up, but see, I should have did I should have did all this before, guys. Sorry, but it's all good. We're rocking on the show here. So SRS just basically, he was so confident on his show. Yeah, expect her to walk in like, yeah, I'd expect it like imminently. She's walking in like right now. Like just the way he's saying it too. I should have bookmarked the video. Here. I think this is
No.
Here, listen, this is him. So I found it in a second. This is him like responding to someone in his chat about, Mercedes Monae is going to be in WWE. She's going to be in the Rumble, right? And this is like Sapp's answer on his live stream, just confident as shit, dude. Okay? Walking around like a fucking whore on a sailboat, okay? Confident as ever. And so this is, and his shit is sooner than later. Sorry, imminently sooner than later. Is that not roughly the same things, guys? Or expect her to walk in like tomorrow or whatever he said. Now, did I misquote him? Did I quote him verbatim? No, bitch. No, I don't. But you motherfuckers, like, so here, this is what he said. So
somebody says, no longer in conversations. The agreement contract is already signed. No.
There. So somebody said, no longer in conversations, quote, the agreement contract is already signed, LOL. Now that's just some fucking Mark telling him like the deal's already signed with WWE type shit. And this is Sapp's response to
somebody says, no longer in conversations, the agreement contract is already signed. No. Walked away from conversations. No funny little wordplay bullshit, nothing like that. If you're guessing, where do you think Mercedes shows up? Do you think AEW has any debuts on deck? I would expect her to be in AEW. That's what I'm expecting. I think it'll happen sooner than later, and that's what I'm personally expecting.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe my quote did I misquote him, guys? Tell me in the comments. Tell me, what do you guys think? Am I just by quoting and going, she's going to walk in tomorrow? But also, I wasn't just quoting Sapp. I didn't go quote, like, here's what Sapp said, right? And I did quote and I quoted CM Punk isn't returning to WWE, but like that's not a verbatim quote. And all I was doing was basically, now here's the thing about this too. I didn't post this like, oh, Dave and Sean are the ones who specifically were saying this shit. I posted this as like, this is what everyone's saying in the IWC, and you two are the culprits of it, right? But you're fucking wrong. And I was just making the point, like the same way Punk wasn't apparently returning to WWE, and then boom, he walked right in, is the same way these guys are confidently, the IWC is confidently saying, no, Mercedes just going to show up in AEW. And then she fucking didn't on Dynamite when everyone's like, she's going to do it. Now everyone's saying this week, oh, the rumors are she's going to show up at Daly's place this week. And now it's just like, no. And that's these two guys. So I wasn't even posting these pictures as in like, look, these guys quote verbatim said these things. And it's fucking X. And I don't need to fucking explain this shit. I got so many characters. And then that's what Sean Ross Sapp was doing. That motherfucker's in there talking shit to people about not having a blue check. Okay, people are sending me screens. Yo, this is what fucking Sapp's saying in the replies or whatever. And I was like, I don't even care. But he's like, oh, you can't pay the $8 for a blue check. Like, shaming motherfuckers, A, but B. And then here's my response to that. Sean, not everybody cares. Not everybody's trying to monetize every little fucking click. Like, you fucking weirdos who that's your whole life. You have no other skill but just. Now, I'm not hating if you have a blue check. I might get one. I don't know. I've just never even thought about it. I've never felt the need to need the blue check yet. Me personally, okay? I haven't even clicked on the fucking premium page. I haven't even, excuse me, pardon me. I haven't even like looked at what the fucking difference is between having a check and not. I don't even know. So I haven't even noticed yet, right? Never had a blue check before. Don't care. Like I don't care. This tweet I got, and this is the thing, I'm not just like, it's not clout farming. It's not me trying to fucking monetize the haters or anything, because I don't got a blue check. This shit got 400,000 fucking impressions almost. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to, and I'm not saying like, oh, I'm above anyone. I monetize my YouTube, right? So I'm not saying that. But it's just his attitude of like, oh, like telling people in the replies like, oh, if they'd pay for a blue check and all this shit. No, dude, I'm not interested. Not everyone's you, bro. Like I'm not clout farming here. I'm just making jokes. I'm just calling you guys fucking clowns because it's funny. Okay? Because you guys talk out of your ass and then these cultists get crazy and you have this attitude of like, nah, nope, walked away from WWE. Why did WWE tell you that, Sean? Just like WWE told you that CM Punk isn't gonna be there. And this is my problem too, is that they're in the replies and people are going, oh no, they told Sapp that fucking like Triple H corroborated the report. No, they fucking didn't, okay? What Triple H said was this shit came together very fast. One day, 24 hours before CM Punk returned, Sapp and Meltzer and these fucks were all saying, Punk won't be there. He won't be there. They all said it one day before. So Triple H corroborated and CM Punk corroborated that the fucking talks went down a week before, within the week. Billy Body, okay, shout out Billy Body, whether you like him or not. And shout out Sapp and Meltzer too. You guys know I'm not a fucking hater, man. Shout those guys out too. But listen, Billy Body said that they figured this shit out back in fucking October. And now he usually doesn't say this shit unless he's on, dude. Like, that's the thing with Billy Body. He doesn't have news all the time because he doesn't say shit unless he knows it's, for the most part. You know what I mean? He doesn't have news all the time. He'll have 2 stories in like 2 months, but they'll be right stories, that he'll live and die by, and everything else he'll make it clear that he's speculating on. That's why I listen to that dude. Oh, you should fucking subscribe to my Patreon, whatever the fuck he's talking about. You know what I mean? You got to sit through that, but he does have a good source of news, and so And so Sapp is saying like, well, I was told by one source that Punk was going to be there, and I was told by one source that Punk was not going to be there. So one source wasn't enough for me to go out and say, oh, for sure Punk's not gonna be in fucking WWE, or Punk's gonna be in WWE. Like, what he's saying is, one source told him that Punk was gonna be there. One source told him Punk wasn't gonna be there, so he wasn't gonna talk out of his ass, basically. But but he talked out of his ass by saying Punk wouldn't be there. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if one source is enough to confirm something, then it's enough to deny something. If it's like, do you guys get what I'm saying? If one source wasn't good enough to say, yes, Punk will be there, then why is one source good enough to say he's not going to be there? And if that's your opinion, then stop doing fucking news. This is the problem. And this is the problem people have. And this is why so many people agree with me. Okay? It's that we're news, we report the fact, we have our sources, da. But here's all of our opinions. But here's Dave's opinion on shit. Do you understand? Here's Sean's opinion. My opinion is Mercedes is just going to walk in AEW right away. And she just walked away from W. Well, what sources told you that? The same source about Punk? Did you have one? You're just assuming? Like, this is the problem, right? And then the problem is the IWC just jumps on this shit, runs with it, just fucking runs with it. And my point is, when it comes to WWE shit, these guys don't know anything. And if anything, what they say, it's the opposite. That's just my point. That's my fucking point. So, I don't know. I don't need to justify this fucking tweet. I don't feel like, goddamn alarm's going off. But yeah, it was just sort of a response to the IWC, and people got crazy. Sapp was up in there as he was, and I wasn't even mean. I felt bad after. I really did, because I'm like, goddamn, it's not like I'm trying to just fucking hate to hate. I'm not just being a hater, That's not what it's about to me. But it's just, I don't know. It's just is what it is. But there's lots of, I don't know, there's lots of replies, man. Like, we could go through this all goddamn day, and just people being like, they were right about Punk until 10 days before. So for nearly 3 months, they were on the ball. And it's like, okay, but the day before Punk came, we all saw it on Twitter, right? Am I just imagining shit? These motherfuckers all said a day before he won't be there. And then he was there. So until 10 days ago, like, this is what I mean. So we just got to we got to do better, IWC, and we got to understand that AEW stooges to these guys. Meltzer stooged Edge, right? They stooge Cargill leaving. They stooge all of this shit because Tony puts them on game, and WWE doesn't. WWE does I know this to be true, guys. Now, I'm not a dirt sheet. I talk to people too. Okay? You guys know there's a reason that I'm right about this shit. Okay? There's a reason. But I'm not going to go out there and play dirt sheet. Okay? Because I know what that entails. Then I can't be opinions anymore. Do you understand? And that's what gets you in hot water, which we'll talk about with the Jericho Nick Hausman thing. But I feel like you really need to pick a fucking lane. And my lane is, I'm going to give my opinion and talk shit and have fun. And, that's why PWT is the top pod. So I don't know. I think I spent enough time talking about that, and there's so much to cover in this show. So, oh yeah. So Billy Body got in here, and he's speaking of him. So at Lock Betting X, he goes, anyone saying they were right at one point are wrong. They lied, and her WWE lied to them and us. The Punk deal was done in early October when I exclusively reported it and doubled down over and over again. No other so-called source had the story. I don't know, Billy. You're typing pretty crazy there. I don't know what you meant there, buddy. But yeah. So I don't know. We'll just give him a dummies. Yeah.
Dummy. Yeah.
And I don't know, man. They're another Meltzer video, another Meltzer clip from PWT. slash Sean Ross Sapp clip from PWT. What do you know? But for real, it's all love, man. I'm trying to I felt bad after too. I was like, God damn it. Like I hate feeling like the dude who's just shitting on everyone, you know? Like most people, they see they're getting a million likes and they're like, oh my God, this is great. And me, I start thinking, I'm like, damn, that probably hurts the dude's feelings. But it was more for poking at the IWC. That's the other thing too. Like, I'm not one of these guys who gets on there. Like, I just called Meltzer a stooge flat out. I call people stooges, but it's absolutely like, I don't know, dude. I like and retweet Fightful shit all the time. Like, I'm not even like a big hater. I'm really not. Even Wrestling Observer, like I'll throw their clips on and listen to Dave. We've done it on the show, you know. So it's not even like I just hate to hate, but I'm the observer. I'm the true observer here. You know what I mean? Because I got no fucking. I'm not trying to kiss balls to get a fucking job or anything. Impact, hire me. TNA.